Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome to Love Limit. Love Limit is available for free on Steam, and is also part of the Choose Wisely Festival 2025, which is taking place from December 8th through the 15th. So go check this out among many other games. Literally, go check it out. Like I said, it's free, so you can go check it out yourself. Anyway, let's dive in. The last dregs of my third cup of coffee slide down my throat like cold brown sludge. I'm done, officially. We're getting the bill and going home. Please, Eiren, let's wait a little more. I'm sure he has a great reason for being late. That's what he said 2 refills ago. And I meant it as much then as I do now. He swore he'd come. Yeah, well, I don't know what ghost he set me up with, but I agreed to a date. 1 date, Lynn. I gestured at the coffee shop around us. And all I've got this afternoon was ridiculously overpriced caffeine at $9.50 when I could have made some at home for free. At least they offered free refills. Considering the server glared like she could vaporize me when she came over, I paid in stress for each refill. I think she would have been less annoyed if we ordered food. My sister slouches back in her chair at the choice look I give her. We're stuck in this cafe because I humored her. She's had so much success playing matchmaker among her friends that my time finally came around. And as it's what she wants to do professionally, I caved after her endless poking and prodding. I know today isn't going as planned, but can't we try to see the bright side of things? For starters, we got a good walk in. You mean nothing I do every morning on my way to work? And as a walker, you know that anything could have happened to your date while he was on his way here. Really? Such as? Anything, a car accident, a robbery, or a family emergency. What if you missed the bus and had to hitchhike? There's her overactive imagination going wild again. For 2 hours. For all we know, all those incidents happened in succession. Imagine if his leg got caught in a grinder and a car splashed his new clothing with mud. Then he should be mature enough to let me know. Those 2 hours of my life aren't coming back. Okay, I understand, but please, for me, can't we wait 30 more minutes? I worked so hard to set this up. Yeah, no, I'd rather go home. The only thing waiting for us at home is that stream you were watching. And the total solace of relaxing in my bed. Come on, that 24-hour fish stream isn't going anywhere. It's not even important. It's super important. Somebody needs to ring the doorbell so those fish can migrate. This is why I'm concerned about you. Nobody else is spending their entire weekend on that. They go out and meet people, have grand adventures, get married, have 19 kids. So you know, there were over 100 people in the live stream before we left. That's even more concerning. Pass me your phone, please. Maybe you send a message in the app? I slide my phone across the table toward my sister. Whoa, charge your phone! Why do you always walk around with 20% battery? It was at 50% before we left. My sister just shakes her head. 2 taps later, the Greed Up logo face flashes across the screen. Left everything from my password to create my profile in the app to Lynn. Oh, lame. There are messages from him. Whoever my sister set me up with, it's clear they aren't coming. If anything, the hours I've waited for a total stranger are more than generous at this point. Well, Lynn has put a ton of effort into this. I'm ready to call it quits. I'm getting coffee jitters. I'm hungry. And I have to work early tomorrow. I prefer to be at home, relax in my bed, than to spend even another $1 here. I've toughed it out thus far because Lynn means well, but is that enough? Stick around for 30 more minutes more. That's all they're getting. Following that, we're seriously leaving. Of course. Gosh, thank you so much. You're more invested in this than I am. That won't be the case for long. He's super cute. How do I tell my sister it takes vastly more than that to impress me? Or rather, how can I share that in a way she'd parse? My phone rings. I have a notification. Are those my dailies? No, it's a message from him. My sister abandons her seat and squishes in next to me. Look, he said he's sorry for being so late. He's stuck at work. I knew he wouldn't flake on you. This is great. He's only be done once he completes one last task. What kind of jerk tells you that 2 hours late? Maybe he's got a horrible boss? I could seriously make a novel out of all the excuses you give other people. Fortunately for my sister, 30 minutes comes and goes without another word from my mysterious date. Collect my bags and pay the bill wordlessly. Lynn follows behind me like a sulking dog. Her head is down. Her eyes are dewy. We're really going? Yes, we are. 30 minutes is 30 minutes. He texted. Lynn, enough. You already agreed. Okay. This still sucks though. Look, you can set me up on another date some other time, preferably with someone who actually shows up. I tug the cafe door open, but the world rumbles around me. First I fear I'm shaking profusely from all the caffeine I gulped down, but when everyone around me gasps, ducks under tables, and tugs in the door frames, I think better of it. I huddle my sister beneath the table, but she seizes my arm when I don't join her. Where are you going? To check outside? Get under the table! Enough people are recording on their phone that somebody will catch something. I'll be away for 5 seconds. That's all it takes! Her fingers dig into my arm and her eyes beg me to stay. Can't leave. She's too terrified to be alone. Okay, I need to turn on the sound now. I turned it up and now it's loud again. Or loud. I can't leave. She's too terrified to be alone. So I join her under the table. The sky outside turns red and the cafe's trembling intensifies. Glassware tumbles off shelves, framed decor crashes into the ground. People cry and cover their heads amidst the shatters and thuds. Screaming drowns out the rest. What is it? What's happening? Oh god, what are those? My sister squeezes me as if holding onto me will save her life, but I peek out from under the table. Thousands of saucers descend from the crimson sky outside, each of them blaring that horrible noise I heard before the screaming started. What the hell? Are the spaceships? Oh my god! Catch that camera! This is my chance to go viral! I can't breathe. The smooth metallic exteriors of each ship are terribly alien. Their engines blast purple flames. Are there really aliens? I think I don't know what else those could be. I squeeze back under the table with my sister and yank out my phone. My cricket feed explodes with chirps and chimes. The trending takes are all about aliens, spaceships, and the concerning red sky. My timeline is an endless scroll of the descending spaceships from various angles in different countries. All the electronics in the cafe emit a horrendous screech. I drop my phone, but Lynn catches it. A live video overrides the social media app I was on. Featuring it is some man with a legion of soldiers behind him. Actually, he's on every screen in the vicinity. My sister pales. No, by now you'd think I'd know the optimal way to deliver these speeches. Someone shrouded in darkness whispers to the man on the broadcast. Oh, are we live? Hello, Earthians. My name is Eiren. I'm the prince of the planet Orthon. I expect my name will be seared into your mind shortly, since I'm taking over this planet as its supreme overlord. I suggest you surrender within the hour. If you don't, then we shall continue our subjugation with force. Egan stares off screen. I fear what drew his attention, especially as I hear jet planes and helicopters. Right on cue, as predicted. This shall be a quick lesson for those with dreams of resistance and grandeur. Gunfire erupts outside, and the crimson sky flashes with red, orange, and white. They're firing at the ships outside. What already? I glance outside in time to see the attacking helicopters and planes sucked into a black void. They vanish in a twinkling spray of particles most RPG attacks could only hope to emulate. You're welcome to waste your resources attacking us, but we shall absorb everything you fired at us. Your world isn't the first to try a counterattack, and it won't be the last. As I have a prior engagement I'm over 2 hours late for. That's the end of this broadcast. A gut-wrenching dread digs into my stomach hearing those words. My gaze slowly meets my sister's. She's paler and sweatier than when I last looked at her. Lynn, why are you so sweaty? To the one I've promised to meet, you have my sincerest apologies for the delay. As I finish my business, I'm on my way. Image appears beside the figure on the broadcast. My face squints back at me. I seize my sister. Lynn, what is that photo of me? I'm sorry, he said he wasn't from here and I skimmed the paragraph he sent. The entire world is seeing a photo of me where I look like a bona fide cryptid caught in a sneeze, and that's all you have to say? He's the only guy on the app who said you look cute. You gave my information to an alien! He's a super cute alien. I stared down at my phone. Eiren was waving enthusiastically at the camera. Eiren, can't wait to meet you. I curse in so many languages that my sister covers her ears. As the invaders descend from their spaceship into our city center, our governor throws himself at their feet. Wait, why didn't you surrender? There must be something else we can offer you. You could stop delaying me, scrimp. Move it. But we should have a chance to save ourselves, please. Eiren taps his chin. Subjugating worlds is all that interests me, but my father has been on an awful bit about me settling down. So I propose this. The champion of this world shall be the person I'm already scheduled to meet. What? But you must pick someone who represents the people. I already chose them. There's no better representation than that. I wheeze. My youthful years drain out of me from the immense stress of Eiren's announcement. All conflicts on Ornthon are decided through duels between individuals. Only the triumph of victory can matters be settled. Demands are a victor's right, so if your champion can best me in a duel, I'll reconsider ruling this planet. That's insane. You're up against some young person who's barely lived their life. I've held a charge saber since the pleasant age of 2. That's no excuse. Please reconsider. You can't place the fate of the world in some random citizen's hands. My answer is final. Besides, my dad already agreed to a duel. We can simply change what's at stake. I snatched my phone from my sister and furiously back-read her chat and greet up. Eiren sent an offensively long paragraph in which he speaks excitedly about the date in 30% of it. The rest is a glorified terms and service contract about the duel. Actually, he didn't agree to a date at all until we finished the duel that precedes the entire process. Did you actually read any of this? It's too long. I skimmed it. You know, nobody ever actually reads paragraphs that long. Wait! Please reconsider, please. The broadcast cuts out. Everyone in the restaurant stares at me. Okay, if I sprint home right now, I think I can make it. Either I can dig myself a hole deep enough to hide in until this passes. Gosh, can you believe this? I really can. Actually, no, I don't want to. This isn't happening. You have plenty of life experience. If I was the governor so rude. Grab my sister and shake her. Is that the most important part of the situation right now? My sister's head bobs back and forth. She wobbles like a wet noodle. What am I going to do, Lynn? Date him? Duel him? Can you unscramble your brains for 3 seconds, please? The fate of the universe is in my hands. I can barely walk down the stairs without tripping, but you expect me to challenge an alien? I lurched out from under the table, banging my head in the process. It's a bad look and certainly a terrible start. Ugh, damn it, we're making a run for it. But we already agreed to their terms. You agreed to his terms. You! There was no me in this equation. But I did all this with your consent. I gave consent thinking he set me up with a normal. Forget it. We need to go. You can duel him, sis. Buy time so he might catch the common cold, or some hackers can make a computer virus to shut off their ships or something. Now isn't the time for the film references. I'm panicking here. I grab my sister's arm and rush for the door. It bangs open seconds before I reach it. Eiren's shocking white hair, red eyes, and regal extraterrestrial garb appear before me. Eiren, I'm here for our duel. No, please, no. Duck behind the nearest plant. Unfortunately, it's way too skinny. Eiren's gaze burns into me. You are Eiren, yes? Who mean? Oh, no, I don't know who that is. But you're clearly her. I scoop up some glasses I spy on a nearby table. Shoot, what's a good fake name? Neri. fake name. I need a fake name. My name's Neri? Neri, that's a rather peculiar Earthian name. It wouldn't happen to be spelled Nerie. No? If so, suspiciously identical to Eiren, spelled backwards. Darn, he's caught on. I want to sing through the floor. Of course you'd see through that. How could I possibly invest in alien overlord? I'm bristled by your dishonesty, but ecstatic at your praise. Let us duel! He's alarmingly radiant when he smiles. I'm thrilled you've embraced the challenge. Duel with the partner. If I lose, are you seriously enslaving Earth? Enslave is an inadequate term. We aren't savages who will do me well. That sounds like that perhaps everything will work out? Instead, we'll bleed this planet of its resources and assimilate everyone who survives into Orthonian culture. That's so much worse! But if I win, you'll spare this planet, right? If those are your terms following the end of our duel, then yes. In that moment, I recall everything I love and loathe about planet Earth. The odds are in favor of what I love concerning all my loved ones, friends, and favorite creatives that live here with their friends and loved ones. Okay, I'll do it. We'll duel. My stomach is queasy with nerves at Egan's wolfish grin. Perfect. Name your game! How we do combat is your decision. I rack my mind for what an alien invader would be terrible at, and alternatively, anything I'm so eerily good at it'd save humanity. Pressure is dually on since everyone who was under a table earlier is filming me now? Glance at my sister and she gives me a thumbs up. Okay, how about we try... Children's card game. Wait, a duel, huh? Let's try a children's card game. The crowd surrounding us gasps, but a select few laugh or groan. I expect Egan to fall within the lather, but he smirks. Perfect choice. It is? Yes, it's been decades since I've had the pleasure. Wait. He runs his palm down his right arm from his wrist to his elbow, and a mechanical chime rings out in the cafe. An arc of light covers his forearm, and the dual platform latches into place with precise clicks. Assemble your deck, challenger. I have no deck on hand. I didn't expect him to know what I was talking about, let alone be so prepared. On what other planet did he practice this that I don't have the advantage? I bet it's too late to back out. Out of curiosity, is it possible to change the means we use to duel now? No, your first decision is final. Figured. Then you'll have to excuse me long enough for me to drop by my house and return. My old deck's at home under my bed. No need to dawdle. Egan whistles and two guards appear behind him. You called, Supreme Leader. Fetch your cards. I'm brimming with anticipation for our battle and will not have it delayed. At once, Supreme Leader. They vanish in a shower of light particles. Don't you need my address? We have that information, and I'll catalog the details of every Earthian on this planet. There's so many privacy violations in that sentence, my brain tries to comprehend how they could have possibly accomplished that. When I consider the number of corporations determined to squeeze every last detail of everyone for advertising profit ventures, it suddenly makes a lot of sense. A zappy whoosh of the guards returning brings me back to reality. Supreme Leader, we've obtained the object. They plop my box of cards onto the table. Let me know when your preparations are complete. I realize I'm really doing this. I have no choice. I ease into the booth to swiftly rebuild my deck. Egan gives me some privacy. My hands shake terribly by the time I finish. Most of the rules are a jumbled mess in my head because of nerves. I'm ready as I'll ever be. He joins me at the table, settling in comfortably across from me. Then let us begin. Egan draws a third of his deck on his first turn. I can barely keep up with the long stream of combos he strings together through a dozen cards. By the time it gets to my turn, his side of the table is packed with cards that would be the envy of competitive players. How did he even get these in outer space? I look at the opening hand I've drawn. I've never built any deck with tournament play in mind. I've always built silly themed decks full of rarely used shenanigans. And somehow today of all days, that's what saved me. I've lost. Egan scans the board state, but there's no mistake. I beat him. I actually won? She won! We're saved! Everyone in the cafe cheers and crowds around me to celebrate my victory. Egan's fist slams down on the table. Everything falls silent. This can't be. My Dexter tournament ready. We must play again. But I beat you. Best 2 out of 3. 3 minutes later, when I've defeated him a second time, Egan slumps over in the booth. The crowd cheers again. Would you like best 3 out of 5? I shouldn't tempt fate by asking, but I'm actually having fun playing this old card game again. No, once is a fluke, twice is the truth. Is that some Ornthonian saying? He drifts a palm over his arm and his dual platform disappears. As you are the victor of our match, you may name your terms. I'm so shocked by the fact I beat him that nothing feels real for a moment. I can demand anything of Egan at this moment, and he must honor it. What are your victor's demands? Will you give me anything I ask for? Yes, so long as it's within my power. There's a certain inflection to his tone that gives me pause. Earlier, his gaze held a touch of amusement and dwindling interest, but now he's gazing at me the way I probably look at animals I want to pet. Safety for planet Earth. I appreciate it if you didn't subjugate our planet. Egan huffs. Pick the most boring thing you could have asked for, but sure. Done. Thank you. Given this planet amnesty, move the ships. As you command, Supreme Leader. His alien comrade appears and vanishes so fast I have whiplash. I thought Egan was talking to himself. Egan snaps his fingers and the red world outside regains its proper colors. Well, I'm happy he kept his word, but it must be stressful having everyone act on everything you say the second you say it. Is your heart made of antimatter? Why would you rescue your planet? Because it's the right thing to do, and I like it here well enough. His gaze is incredibly peculiar because of its immense intensity. That's all. I'd like to head home before the stress of all this actually hits me. I like to crash in private. Egan rises from the table when I do. Wait. Did you need something else? Yes. You. What? I had such a thrilling match in eons. You're welcome. Goodbye now. He kneels before me with a fist across his chest. My thoughts spin so fast it makes me dizzy. Why is he kneeling? What's the fastest way out of this conversation? Marry me! Shock and gasp flood the cafe, and my sister squeals like she saw her favorite boy band celebrity. Politely decline. This alien is crazy. Sorry, but no. That's unfortunate. He bows his head and raises it after a moment. Never been so utterly smitten by another being in my entire existence. Please reconsider marrying me. Resources of millions of planets would be at your disposal. You can't be serious. I'm completely serious. Wait, did he say millions of planets? What kind of stuff would aliens accumulate? Hold on, I'm getting sucked in by greed. That's enough. Look, it's a no. We don't know each other. I will remedy that during all the years we spend together. Please stand up. I will marry you. I don't want a husband. Then I will be your wife. That wasn't the issue. Egan reaches inside his clothing and tugs out the fanciest space rocks I've ever laid eyes on. It hums and glows with ethereal blue light. It's so gorgeous, in fact, that I have to suppress my baser instincts to snatch up his shiny as if he were some boss I defeated in an RPG. I'm no better than a crow. I already said no. Goodbye. I seize my sister and sprint home so fast I probably set a new world record. The wind in my ears drowns out Egan's protests. Front door slams closed. I twist both locks into place and struggle to catch my breath. My heart pounds so fast I feel like I'm choking. This is right up there in the top 3. Top 5! Worst days of my life, Lynn! My sister leans against our front door laughing. What do you mean? That was amazing! I wouldn't accept his proposal if I were you. Do you know how much publicity you get? You're more than welcome to go back for him. Absolutely not. He adores you, Queen of Games. Quit it. Gosh, think about how popular my matchmaking business would have been if you'd accepted. We could afford a house. We'd be better off than someone who won the lottery. I clutch my head at the psychic damage her words deal to me. No, we're forgetting today ever happened. You literally just saved the planet, but you expect that to happen? From now on, I don't exist. I'm going to lay so low people will walk over me without realizing I'm a person. My sister cackles with sheer delight and eases away from the front door. She rubs my back comfortingly. Okay, I'm done teasing you, but seriously, what you just accomplished is phenomenal. You saved the planet from invasion. I guess it's pretty cool, huh? It's beyond that. You're amazing. It'll be even more amazing to put all this behind me. You bet it will. And what better way to do that than having takeout before going to bed? Of course, if there's anything my sister never forgets, it's food and romance. Sure, pass me my phone. I head to bed with my stomach full and relax into a dreamless sleep. I don't know where those aliens will go, but I'll take solace in the fact everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Two hunks of metal close over my arms the following morning with a firm clank. I glance up at two alarmingly beautiful, fragile-looking men who cuffed me before I could have a sip of coffee in my living room. Nary Reeves, you're being detained. Do not resist. The peaceful sleep I had last night drifts away in the wind. Lynn's as still as a statue nearby with half a bagel in her mouth. I'm sorry, why? Do you think your life would go back to normal after what you did? Lynn, what's going on? I don't know either. They're both cute, so I open the door. Every day I worry more that my sister will be kidnapped by someone who tricks her into joining the black market solely because they're beautiful. Is that seriously the only reason you opened our door? When she looks away guiltily, I give up. She and I may live on the same planet, but clearly we don't exist in the same universe. We haven't since childhood. I'm sorry, but again, why am I being arrested? Better yet, do you have a warrant? Handsome alien B twirls his glimmering locks and produces a document. Do you think we're brutes? Of course we have a warrant. You violated Section B of Ornithonian law, which mandates you must honor all the agreed-upon terms of a duel. I dueled Eiren and won. Our business was over. It wasn't. Are you kidding? What did I miss? Why, your date, of course. About to tear my hair out. You agreed here in Greet Up that following an amicable duel, you'd partake in a casual date. As that portion of the agreement was left unfulfilled yesterday, you're being detained. You can't be serious. We're completely serious. And how could you be so cruel, Earthian? Our prince remained in the cafe until closing for the likes of you. He's at the laughing stock of your planet now. There are clips of him all over your infernal apps, WooTube and WickWalk of him abandoned that cafe. Alien B whips out a device that looks eerily like a tablet. There are thousands of trending videos of Eiren alone at the table I ditched him at. Countless compilations have desaturated Eiren with rain effects and sad violin playing in the background. Others have edited various sparkles, flowers, or animal ears onto him, are worshipping it as their new internet baby girl. You must be kidding. I save the world and they turn the alien overlord who absolutely would have subjugated Earth into a meme. I'd laugh if it wouldn't worsen my situation. So I adjust my glasses. Wait, I don't wear glasses! Are these the ones I snatched yesterday? Take the glasses off and silently apologize to the stranger I snagged them from as I tucked them into my breast pocket. Look, they're calling him Rizzlers. We know what that means. We looked it up. He waited 4 whole hours for you to return, and now his reputation is tarnished. Is that the real reason I'm being arrested? No, you're being arrested as per the warrant terms. This is by an extra transgression of yours. Okay, so I just have to date Eiren to make amends, right? Where's our new date location? Prison? It was a joke, but Ornithonians look at me like I'm some kind of deranged savage. It's with great reluctance that we escort you back to the mothership. You do well to keep your mouth shut until then. Well, that should be easy enough. Sis, you're really going? I doubt I have another choice. Maybe you could resist, but then we'd have to seal you in a transport queue. I'm sure you'd never condense to a ninth of your size before. I suggest come willingly. Yeah, I definitely don't want whatever that is. Okay, leave me to Eiren. Let's get this over with. Except I won't, because I think that's a good little look at Love Limit. Maybe more eventually? maybe? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe. Maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord, come hang out, get notifications there as well. Also, be sure to go check out Choose Wisely Festival. Love Limit is taking part in it, along with many other games. There's discounts, demos, stuff to wishlist. Love Limit is free. The ultimate discount. So thank you again for watching. Until next time, this is rinimt signing out.